Hello and welcome to another episode of Discover with Spinati. I'm your host, none other than Dr. Spinati. And today we're talking about your spit. That's right, your saliva, and how you should not be wasting it. Neither should you be decreasing it. And rather, you should be focused on increasing it. And I've got some points for you. Did you know that without your saliva, without that spit, without all that moisture inside your mouth, you would not be able to taste food? That's right. You wouldn't be able to taste food. Food would be nothing, would be just bland. It's like you'd be infected with COVID, It wouldn't be very fun. So that's what you have to do in order for you to what do you have to do in order for you to preserve that saliva? Saliva has other functions besides just taste. Okay, but now that you know that without saliva you can't actually taste food, that should be enough of a factor for you, a driving factor for you to actually preserve that saliva. What else does saliva do in order for you to be incentivized for you to keep it or for you to increase it? It helps in speech. Have you ever had dry mouth and really weren't able to speak much because you weren't able to actually formulate words because it was very difficult to speak? That is true, because when you have dry mouth, it's very tough to speak. Digestion. What saliva does is that it breaks things down, right? It breaks things down to the point where the more it's broken down inside the mouth, the easier it is to your digestive tract and your intestines. And that is what saliva does. Without it, then you're causing a lot of work and damage, potential damage to your digestive tract. It decreases infections. That's right. It's got a lot of antimicrobial effects inside the saliva itself. So that's why if you increase saliva, you actually decrease the chance of you getting infections. It decreases the chance of you getting cavities, believe it or not. That spit, that moisture inside your mouth actually decreases your chances of getting cavities. The more spit you got, the less chances that you have of getting cavities. And how does it do that? It actually has a neutralizing effect. So every time they eat, what happens is that you get acid increase inside your mouth. Because when you eat, according to the Stefan curve, what happens is that you get a lot of breakdown of the food from the bacteria. And the bacteria, once they break down the food, they excrete acid. Now, the acid inside your mouth obviously will cause havoc, will cause a lot of demineralization. And this demineralization then leads to you getting cavities. What the saliva does is that it neutralizes. It has neutralizing, a buffering effect on the acid so that you don't have that effect or that decreases significantly. The other thing that it does in protection against any cavities, your saliva, is that it remineralizes your tooth. So it causes your tooth to actually repair itself. This is all the miracles of the saliva. Isn't that incredible? It also, like I said, it has antimicrobial properties. So the more saliva you have, the less chances you get of getting gum disease. Now, how can you increase saliva? You can increase saliva through several means. One is to stay hydrated. So drink water throughout the day. Two is to decrease anything that would cause a decrease in saliva. Decrease anything that would cause a decrease in saliva, such as caffeine, tobacco, yes, tobacco, and alcohol. Decrease those and you increase your production of saliva. If you increase those, if you drink more caffeine, so coffee, tea, whatever, and you smoke a lot and you drink, well, guess what? Now you're going to have a lot of problems inside your mouth because you have a decrease in spit. Mouthwash. Decrease alcohol. Actually, don't even use alcohol mouthwash. Use only alcohol-free mouthwash. As a matter of fact, I don't even condone the use of mouthwash. I think mouthwash is literally just a marketing ploy. I think so. It's my personal opinion. It's not, you can do whatever you want, but I don't think it has much of an effect, to be quite honest with you. I think it's a marketing ploy for people to feel like they have nice breath, when in reality you can have nice breath by increasing your saliva. Okay, naturally. You can chew on several things such as apples, celery, carrots. Those, because they're difficult to chew, they cause an increase in saliva. So the more that you chew on these fibrous things, because fibrous things are difficult to chew, then you increase your chances of getting more saliva and decreasing your chances of getting all these bad things happening inside your mouth. You can also chew on xylitol gum. We talked about this before at length. So those are the tips for you to increase saliva, because the more saliva that you have, the less chances of you getting cavities. Less cavities and gum disease that you got, the healthier your mouth. And those are some of the tips for you to take home today on this lovely Thursday, for you to increase your saliva, decrease your chance of infections, and being able to taste food, because as you know, without saliva, you cannot taste food. Have yourself a wonderful Thursday, and as always, keep smiling.